Hey guys, Chris Bennett here, your blockchain beard guy. Time for another episode. On the past few episodes, we've talked about how group consensus works with proof of work. We've talked about how proof of stake is different, what those changes might mean. Today I want to talk to you about something that sounds really complicated, but it's not. It's a key foundational piece of blockchain. And it's also just a very revolutionary technology outside of blockchain, and that is cryptographic hashing. So you may have heard cryptographic hashes, maybe you haven't. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. It sounds like something really complicated, but if you're getting into blockchain and this is your first time getting into technology or an engineering space from a space outside, you're going to find out a real simple pattern, which is we in the tech space tend to use really complicated terminology to talk about simple things. It's a great way to fool the rest of the world and make them think we're actually a lot smarter than we are. So jump on the bandwagon, start talking about cryptographic hashing, impress all your friends. But the way you guys can think about it, real simple, is it's just a digital thumbprint. So one of the things about blockchain is it gives us a way to publicly store information that's very sensitive, that we wouldn't want to store publicly today. So let's pretend we had a gigantic public ledger and it had everybody's name. Everybody here on LinkedIn or YouTube watching these videos, your name is on there, and right next to your name is the amount of money you have in the bank, your current balance. Now, if we tried to do something like that, no one would really be excited about it, because no one wants to share that kind of personal information with the rest of the world. You don't want your neighbor or your coworkers knowing how much money you have in the bank. But if we did that exact same thing, and instead of having your name and a dollar amount, we had your thumbprint and a dollar amount, well, then anyone who comes and looks at that list, they can see all the bank balances, but those bank balances don't mean anything because I don't know who made which thumbprint. So I have no way to look at that kind of information and know that you're a millionaire or maybe you only have a few bucks in the bank. Essentially, that is cryptographic hashing. A cryptographic hash, just like your thumbprint, is something only you can generate. I can't look at that thumbprint and know that you made it, but you can always come along and prove to me that that's your thumbprint by making it again. So all a cryptographic hash is we take some information and we put it into a hash function, and what comes out is a unique number. And if we change anything about the input, the number that comes out is completely different. So if I'm a landlord and you've decided to rent some property from me, we may draw up a lease agreement. And one way we can make sure that we're both signing the same lease is to take the text in that lease and run it through a hash function. And if we both get the same answer out, we know that we both have the same data going in. If there's even the slightest difference, a comma in one lease agreement that doesn't appear in the other, we'll get drastically different numbers. So that's the first important part about a cryptographic hash, is if you change the input at all, you get a different output. And every input gives you a unique output. The second big idea behind a cryptographic hash is that it's one way, just like your thumbprint. You can always put in information and get the same result out, but there's no way to look at that result that comes out and reverse engineer what the input information is. It's mathematically impossible. So blockchain is a way to store things like all those bank balances and your identity, and do it with a digital thumbprint, a way that to anyone looking at it, it's just a gibberish number, not your name, but anybody can look at that information, not know anything personal about you, and you can always come along and put the information into your hash and prove that that line on the ledger is you, and that's really your bank account, and you really should have access to that money. So guys, I hope this made sense. Cryptographic hashing, it's a big component of blockchain. It's what gives us all the anonymity and ability to protect data. So it's a big concept. Hope I explained it well. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments, reach out, connect with me, shoot me a message. I love talking about this stuff with you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. We'll chat next time on Blockchain Beard Guy.